Welcome back, friends. In this video, we will do hands-on with CloudFormation. It says that using AWS CloudFormation, we can model and provision cloud infrastructure. It provides a common language to describe and provision all the infrastructure resources in your environment in a safe, repeatable way. CloudFormation is based on the concept of infrastructure as a code. What it means, we provide code to CloudFormation, which is called template in the CloudFormation term. Using that template, CloudFormation creates stack, which is essentially creating AWS resources. That being said, first we are going to create a CloudFormation stack. Now the first thing we need to make sure that we are in the Northern Virginia AWS region to create the stack. Otherwise, the CloudFormation template that we are using may not work. We have three choices here. We can upload our own template, use a sample template, or create a template in Designer. I have a template ready to use, so I'm going to use the template which I already have. Next, here either we can say that template is on S3 or we can directly upload the file. I'm going to upload the template file. This template is going to create an EC2 instance. Let's take a look at what is in the template. It's a YAML file, which is easy to understand. We are going to launch an EC2 instance using this template. First is the name of the resource. The name for the resource we have given here is my instance. We need to tell what is the type of resource, which is the EC2 instance. We need to define some properties for the resource. It is going to be launched in the availability zone, US East 1A. We need to provide the image ID, which is AMI ID, and the instance type, which is T2 micro. This is the template definition. Using this template, CloudFormation will create stack for us. Means essentially, it will create AWS resources. Click on Next. Here we need to provide the template name. I'll provide the template name. I'll copy and paste here the template name just to save some typing. Here we can provide parameters. But since there are no parameters defined in my template, I don't have to do anything here. Click on Next. Here we can provide some tags. Let's provide a tag. For tag key, we can provide name, and for value, let's enter EC2 instance CloudFormation template. Let's scroll down. The default options are OK. Click on Next. Here let's review what we have. Scroll down, it looks fine. Click on Submit. Here we can look into what we have uploaded as a template. This template is going to be used to create an EC2 instance. As you can realize, this is why CloudFormation is called infrastructure as code. You provide code for what infrastructure you want, and CloudFormation based on the code will create infrastructure for you, such as EC2 instance, RDS instance, S3 bucket, etc. You can also view it in the Designer. If we go to the EC2 instance, we can notice that CloudFormation is creating an EC2 instance based on the template. If we click on Events, we can see all the events that are being executed by the CloudFormation template. As you can see, the instance status is Resource Creation Initiated. Here we have various tabs. For example, if you go to the Resources tab, you can see the resources getting created. You can notice that an EC2 instance, my instance, is getting created, and status is marked as complete now. This means the EC2 instance has been launched successfully. As you can see, it says create complete. If you click on the Stack Info tab, we can find information about the stack. Let's scroll down here. All the detail about the stack is given. Also, you can update the stack. You can replace the current template. Let's update the template by uploading a new template file. Click on the chosen file. I'll select this template. If you look at this template has more code than our previous template. Here we have parameters, resources, elastic IP, and two security groups. These two security groups we are going to attach to the EC2 instances. As you can see, these two security groups are referred to in the resource section of the template. As you can realize, this is relatively more complicated, but CloudFormation is smart enough to figure out how to manage dependency, what should be created first, and what should be created next to update the stack. What I mean, how to create things in the correct order. Now let's click on the Next. Here in this template, we are using parameters. The parameter name is security group description. Let me provide the custom value for this parameter. Let me enter CloudFormation demo security group. Click on Next. On this page, everything is fine. We don't need to make any changes on this page. Click on Next. Here we can review, click on Submit. On this page, as you can see, based on the new template we uploaded, CloudFormation is going to create Elastic IP and 2 security groups and going to update this instance. As it says replace, in this example, CloudFormation will terminate the previously launched EC2 instance. The green color is the new one, means CloudFormation will create resources. And the blue color means the resources will be updated. So we are good with these changes. Let's click on Submit to update the stack. As you can notice on the Events tab, the latest event status is Update in Progress. So CloudFormation will make all the necessary changes behind the scenes to what we have specified through the template. Let's go to the EC2 instances page to see how the progress is made. As we can see, it is initializing the instance and our previous instance is running, which will be terminated later on when the new instance is up. We can go to the designer. We can notice that the EC2 instance is attached to 2 security groups and has been assigned Elastic IP. This is a nice way to visualize the stack. Let's refresh here. Now the update is complete, and delete is complete as well, means the previous instance is deleted. If we go to the EC2 instance page, we see only one instance, the new instance. The previous one is now terminated. As you can realize, this is the power of CloudFormation. We have to just provide the code. The CloudFormation will take care of ordering and dependency and create the right infrastructure for us based on the template. Let's click on the Resources tab. It shows the status of all the resources that are getting created by our CloudFormation template. As you can see, 2 security groups have been created, my instance is updated, and Elastic IP is created. We can click on the other tabs. The Parameter tab shows the parameter we provided. The Template tab shows the template. Stack Info tab is showing detailed information about the stack. Finally, if we need to delete the resources, we don't need to go to each resource and delete them individually. If we just click on the delete, the CloudFormation will do the necessary cleanup to delete all the resources that were created by the template. CloudFormation will figure out in which order the resources need to be deleted. This is very good, as we can clean up by ourselves very easily, and we are done with this hands-on demo. To summarize, CloudFormation is a useful service for creating AWS resources using the template, which is based on the concept of infrastructure as a code. The beauty is, you can use the same template to deploy in the other AWS regions or other AWS accounts to create the resources quickly for you. You just need to write a well-written template, and CloudFormation will do the rest for you. Means creating necessary resources based on the template, which is infrastructure as a code.